Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Paid here, back with another video. I'm gonna be doing a quick trade recap of what happened today, what I wanted to see happen today, what actually happened today in the trade that I took. Alright, so basically coming in the market open, which is here, which is what I have marked out right here. Market open. Why does it keep making me delete? Alright, so coming in the market open, I had a very neutral bias, mainly because we were bouncing off of this 4 hour and respecting it nicely, but we also had this 4 hour gap that we were respecting nicely on was that ES. On ES, as you can see, this same 4 hour, we had already traded into it and we're respecting it. Oh shit, I'm wrong. I'm talking about this one right here. We respected this 4 hour. We were respecting this 4 hour, but on MNQ, we didn't we didn't even trade into it, which was a bearish SMT. As you can see, this 4 hour gap here. This 4 hour gap here. We traded into it on ES, but we didn't on MNQ, which supported my bearish bias, but we were also in a lower time frame bullish bias. We also had this hourly FVG that was getting respected. So my idea is, like, if we were going to be bearish, I wanted to see market come in, sweep out some lows and expand higher. That's what I wanted to see market do. Now on ES, we were creating SMT after SMT, so ES ended up taking these lows, but NASDAQ didn't. Now, that wasn't enough confirmation for me because we had these intermediate term lows resting inside of this hourly gap, which I wanted to see us take out to support the bullish bias even more. But that didn't end up happening. But this SMT did support my trade, just because I saw that and I was like, okay, like, if this SMT is going to hold, then we're going to displace off of it, and that might just be all I need for a liquidity sweep to support my move. So we get the liquidity sweep, market structure shifts. We inverse this bearish fair value gap here. Then we get a mini bullish fair value gap right here that forms. Mini bullish gap right here. On the 1 minute, we get that gap. I see that as an entry. Stops right here, resting right under the full change of state. And then I entered it in like right here, targeting just a 1-to-1. Stops are right here. Targeting just a 1-to-1. Now, in hindsight, I should have targeted these Asian session highs. That's what I wanted to do. But like NQ was trading like so differently from ES at that time period. Like NQ is literally going up, and then ES just keeps making SMT. So let me put this on the 1 minute chart. Like, as you can see, NQ goes up, SMT with ES right here. Wait, is this even SMT? Nah, that's not the SMT. The SMT is right here from these highs. That's what was like keeping me away from staying in this trade. Is from these highs to these highs, we made an SMT, and those are what these highs right here. These highs. So you see these highs right here. Even these all the way over here that aren't even in the chart. Let me see. Where are these highs on the chart? They're all the way over here. We've long traded above them when ES is nowhere even near. Especially these highs here. I know my chart may be a mess. Give me a second. These highs here, compared to where my trade was, like, as you can see on ES, I don't know if you guys can see, but look right here on the left side, look at where I am, and on the right side, look at where I am. Look at how we're going lower on ES, but on NQ we're trading higher. And like, that for me was a red flag. So I got out of the trade. I had my stops at break even pretty early, going in with about a mini. I went in with the mini, stops at break even, and then targeting just London session highs right here for a clean 1-to-1. I ended up seeing this SMT and getting in another trade directly after. Seeing that we took out this low, we were creating and presenting this fair value gap. We presented this fair value gap right here. And then I got into a bearish trade directly after moving this fair value gap. Let me move this. A bearish trade, just aiming for like another 1-to-1-ish position. Stops right here. Stops like right here. Really like a 2-to-1. Aiming for those lows. Now, as you can see, we went directly down from that point. That was not a trade that I should have taken. Already being up on the day, I actually made $550 off the first trade, then lost. You guys can see right here. I made $550, $30 on the first trade, and then lost another $300 on that second trade, which I honestly shouldn't have taken. Already being up on the day, all you really need to take is one trade a day, especially if it's a win. I feel like that loss kind of got into my psychology a little bit because I'm up $1,500 on this account, barely. Like I'm about to build the buffer after taking this $700 loss on Friday. If I hadn't taken that stupid loss that I took, I would have built my buffer by now. But that's okay. I can't. In trading, there's gonna be a lot that happens. I have to let go of the past. I just know that like one of my main rules that I'm gonna journal on and put is that if I'm already up on the day and I take a win, I don't need to take another win. I don't need to double my wins. Take my one win, be done for the day. There was no reason for me to take this. If I was gonna stay in the trade, and the trade that I would have and should have stayed into would have been this trade right here, moving my stops here or at this intermediate term low, moving my stops there because I wouldn't have wanted to see that low get taken, and then holding my trade all the way up here. That would have been the trade that I should have stayed in. But going back and forth, flip-flopping trades is not a good idea. Like right now, we just tapped into this hourly gap. We just created a fair value gap here. We just created this fair value gap. I don't even hate this trade, honestly. Like, especially if you were to trade back into this gap after tapping into the 4-hour. But it's just I don't think I need to be trading anymore. And if I were to lose any of my profits for the day after I just took a $300 loss, I think it'd actually mess with my psychology. So I'm just gonna allow this trade to leave us. Even if we do go down from here, I'll just journal it because market is moving pretty decently from right here. Price action's pretty decent today. Clean little, basically a 1-to-2 off of that fair value gap. I'd probably put my stops right here if I were to take this down to these lows here. I'll definitely journal this trade if it does play out, but I'm locking myself out on the day. Locking myself out on the day. That's what I should have did after I took my first W. That's what I'm going to start doing. It's just locking myself out, allowing the market to go without me. This is all a learning process, so I don't need to be in all of these trades. All these trades are just to be journaled and learned from. This is actually a good trade playing out right now. Tapping into the 4-hour gap. Tapping into the 4-hour gap. Decent displacement off of it. 10 a.m. candle open. 10 a.m. opens here. You might be making a low, open, low, high, close candle. This would be a nice trade to journal if it does work out. But that's besides the point. So that's ridiculous. That's besides the point. So key takeaways from today are: if I'm up with a decent amount, I made some decent amount of money. I made back all of my loss from last week. That $700 loss that I'll admit that I shouldn't have taken. If I'm up that much on the week, just close your account, bro. Just lock yourself out. Allow Top Step to lock yourself out. Don't be trying to make an extra 300 to 400 just so eager to get to that payout, cuz I'm literally itching to get there right now. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at my account balance. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at your account balance. I don't know why it says I'm up 1685. That's lagging. Actually up 1570, so it's $100 short, but up 1570. Getting real close to that $3,000 number here where I'm gonna take my payout out. It's just, I think it's just getting into my mindset a little bit, getting into my brain, and I need to be managing my psyche properly. So that's definitely what I'm gonna be doing going into tomorrow and the rest of this week and journaling this out. Is that I just need to be managing my psyche. One trade a day. Don't try to make more than that. You don't need more than that. You definitely don't need more than that. And it's just take W's. And that's pretty much it for today. I shouldn't have taken this second entry short going down here after taking this previous win. Lost 300 on that, but it's okay. $220 day, a winning day if I didn't already have a payout. The trade that I just marked out would have basically hit my break-even point right here for a clean 1-to-1. That was a decent, very, very decent entry. And yeah, bro, I guess that's it for today. That's all I'm gonna journal. SMT formed right here. Good dump. Good displacement. Yeah, but all right. Have a good one, you guys. That's it. That's it for me. That is it for me.